guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the viewers, thank you for clicking this video. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be breaking down how you can become profitable in 3 months. Right now, before I jump into this video, guys, I want you to get ready, get your notes, right, and space out at least 30 minutes, right, because this video is actually very, very important. Right now, this video is for someone, let's call you James or Jenny, and you're probably someone that is, new to trading, and you've watched some videos and you actually just want to start trading, right? You need someone to teach you how to trade. Then this video is for you. Or you're somebody that has been trading for 1 to 2 years and is still not profitable, and you just need a strategy to make you profitable. Maybe you have been trading and like you just want to increase your win rate, or you want to learn how to trade during the New York session, then this video is for you. Or maybe you actually heard about the ICC concept, which this is a new strategy that's very, very easy to learn, and you want to learn more about it, right? Then tune in into this video, right? Because you're going to learn so much about the ICC concepts, right? Also, maybe you're James or Jenny that has used a bunch of indicators, the buy or sell indicator, the Bollinger Bands, things like that, and you just want to learn something simple, then this video is for you. Or maybe you've been watching a bunch of videos, right, and you still cannot see results for yourself, and you want to go from being a rookie in Forex to being a free agent. Then guys, I want you to tune into this video till the end, because this video is for you. Right now, guys, when it comes to you actually being profitable in the next 3 months, you have to understand these 3 concepts, right? This 3-step process. And this 3-step process is basically the mindset, the strategy, and the risk management. Right now, when it comes to the mindset itself, you have to understand that at the end of the day, guys, you cannot win all your trades, right? No matter how good you are trading, guys, you can't have a 100% win rate, and that is just the truth. So you have to understand the law of 10, and the law of 10 just basically means that before you start to question yourself or question your whole reality and ask yourself why you cannot trade, at least take 10 trades that are actually A+ setups, right? At the end of the day, guys, if you flip a coin 10 times, you can never know which one is going to win. So the best bet you can do is spread your trades to 10 trades, and then after 10 trades, decide whether or not you need to tweak something. That is basically what the law of 10 is. And then also skill versus numbers. So you have to understand, guys, that at the end of the day, we could take the same trade right here, a simple 1 to 2 risk to reward, and I could risk $200. You could risk $20. It's still the same trade. The only difference is just the numbers. So basically what that means is, guys, what you need to focus on is gaining the skill in Forex, right? Understanding how to enter your trade, how to place your stop loss. As you can see, I almost got stopped out, but I did not get stopped out, right? You have to place your stop loss and things of that nature, so that you can increase your win rate and improve your skill in Forex and make more bigger money, right? Now, with that being said, guys, once you understand this and you get this in check, the next step is not the strategy. Now, the strategy, guys, is very, very important, right? Because this is really what separates a lot of people, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, there is complicated strategies and there is very, very simple strategies. And guys, in my 4 years of trading, the best strategy that I can think of right now is going to be the ICC concept, and I'm going to get into this very soon. But basically, guys, the ICC concept was not created by me. It was created by a guy named Darius Adams, or Trades by Sai. He's on YouTube, so if you want to check him out. But the point is, guys, with this particular strategy, you can easily learn how to trade Forex, right? So with this strategy, guys, you have to understand this concept of selling high and buying low. A lot of people have heard this, but guys, you need to understand exactly what this means, right? Also, you need to understand price action signal, right? If you don't know what that means, I'll get into this very soon, but basically this is like your Confluence, you understand? And then also top-down analysis, right? Understanding how to mark up your charts from the daily time frame all the way to the 1 minute time frame. And then once you get this in check, guys, the last step is now your risk management. Now, your risk management is very important, because this is going to either break or make you, in the sense of, guys, you could have $500 and that might be your last, money, and you risk everything in the next trade, which is dumb, obviously, right? So your risk management is really going to, set you apart, because you have to understand something. You need to understand your before and after. And basically what this means is, before you place your trade, you need to understand how much do you want to lose in that trade, how much do you want to gain, the minimum you want to gain in that trade, and then the maximum you want to gain. Once you can understand these 3 things and you can answer those questions, then you're going to have less emotions when you trade, right? Because now you already have a predetermined number in your head, minimum and also the maximum, and how much you're willing to lose. You get me? Right? Now, once that is done, the next step is now the stop loss placement. Now, stop loss is really very, very important because obviously you want to preserve your account. You don't want to have an open stop loss, because if you have an open stop loss, price could sink and blow your account, and that is it, right? So when it comes to stop loss placement, guys, this is a really perfect example because I actually took this trade today, and as you can see, guys, price almost hit my stop loss, but it didn't. Why? Because I know that there's going to be stop loss hunters. I'm sure you've heard about these people before, and they go for your trades. But guess what, guys? If you can understand the concept of stop loss hunters, you can easily adjust your stop loss to fit those stop loss hunters. So once they try to get your stop, right, then they don't. But obviously, this doesn't work 100% of the time. You feel me? Because sometimes price just wants to, just freaking take you out, take everyone out that day. You understand? So that is basically how Forex works in that sense. So you still have to understand these concepts, right? So, and then the lastly is going to be how to turn 2% to 8%. This is basically, understanding where risk comes in place, right? Where to place your trades and your entries, which I'll get into very soon. And then your risk threshold. Basically, your risk threshold just means, your minimum and your maximum, right? So what you are willing to win, the minimum, and then what you're willing to lose, the maximum. What you're willing to win in the maximum, right? It's very, very simple. Now, guys, once you can get these step in check, and also this risk management in check, guys, you can literally become profitable, right? You have to get all three in check first before you actually become profitable. You can probably do without, maybe you could do without the mindset a little bit, in a way, in a sense, but at the end of the day, all three has to be in check for you to be consistently profitable and make money consistently. You get me? Now, guys, let's actually tie everything together in the charts and show you exactly what the ICC concept is and how to apply it into your own strategy and become profitable, right? So what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to break down 3 trades, right? So the first trade right now I'm going to break down is going to be the Nasdaq 100. And guys, you have to understand, right? With this particular strategy, guys, I was able to literally, make payouts like this. So which I'll get into very soon. But as you can see, guys, literally 1,500. Right, this was around June as of last year. One of my accounts, as you can see here, 1,500, 1,300. But I will get into this later. But guys, when it comes to understanding how to mark up your charts, you have to understand what top-down analysis is. So that's the first step. Now with top-down analysis, guys, how I trade is very simple, right? The ICC concept is basically only focuses on the 1 hour time frame, only the 1 hour time frame, and then the 1 and the 5 minutes, right, for entries and stuff like that, and also the 15-minute time frame too for entries, right? But the point is this, guys, it focuses on the 1 hour time frame. That's like how far that the ICC concept can go forward in terms of, the strategy itself. Now, the reason why the daily time frame is needed is because you want to see the whole grand scheme of things, right, in the daily perspective. Because at the end of the day, we are day traders. We want to trade, every single day or some days out of the week. You feel me? So at the end of the day, guys, you have to look at the daily perspective. That's what I do in my own strategy. Now, guys, if you notice, there's no weekly time frame, there's no 4 hour time frame and things like that. That is essentially how I want it to be. I don't look at the 4 hour time frame. I don't look at the weekly time frame. All I look at is the daily, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes, and the 1 minute. And out of all this time frame, I would say the 15 minutes is the less. I actually look at the 15 minutes very less, but in some occasions you actually want to look at the 15 minutes, which I will explain very soon. But essentially, guys, the ICC concept basically means, right, indication, correction, continuation, right? So this is the indication, the correction just means the retracement, and then the continuation. This is like ABC shit. You feel me? So again, this is the indication. What is next? Correction. What is next? Continuation. That's simple, right? And now your entries now come from price breaking these highs. So you can see these highs right here, these highs right here. Those are your entries, right? So your entries come from price breaking these highs. So this is where you would enter. So in this particular trade here, you would want to enter right here. Boom. You want to enter right here. Boom. This is where you want to enter in terms of, theoretically speaking. using the ICC concepts. So it's very simple. So the same thing goes for when you are selling too. So when you are selling, guys, it gives you an indication, it corrects itself, and then continues the trend, right? So what's next? It's going to buy back up, then it's going to sell. So indication, correction, continuation. So right now, it has given you an indication that it wants to continue selling. What is next? Is going to retrace. So correction, right? Boom. What is next? Continuation. Very, very simple. Now, this is basically when you are identifying a trend. You get me, right? Now, the same goes for when you're looking for a reversal. Now, for a reversal, it's very, very, very simple. The only difference is it just breaks structure. Like, it's really that simple, guys. Let me show you what I mean. So, if this is going up right now, right? The reversal basically just means price breaks structure. So usually what's next is going to be a correction and then a continuation, obviously. But sometimes when price is going to reverse, it's going to break the previous low. Once it breaks this is literally a new indication to the downside. So now the next step is now wait for the retracement. So price is going to buy back up. And then guess what's going to happen? It's going to sell. Boom. And then from there, same thing, sell. Right? Creating lower lows and lower highs. And let's say it's about to reverse to the upside. What's going to happen? It's going to reach here, fake like it wants to sell, then break this previous high. So once it does this, this is an indication, right? And then the correction, the continuation. So this is basically how Forex is. You feel me? Now, obviously, you're going to have consolidation. You have to understand when consolidation happens. And then from there, pinpoint when price is going to either break out from here, indication, wait for the retracement, and then continuation. You see how simple that is, right? So now in terms of price actually doing this in the daily time frame here, let me remove everything and actually analyze my chart from A to Z. So when it comes to, looking at price right now, guys, when I was looking at price, literally price was like right here. So I was actually watching price way from here. Now, in terms of what happened, this was how I marked the price. So I marked this zone. Boom. Right, and also I like to color code my things. So as you can see, I color code. So whenever you see blue, it means the daily, resistance or support. Whenever you see white, it means the 1 hour time frame and below. Very, very simple, right? So boom, this is what I marked up here. And the reason I marked this up was because of this move right here. So I'm going to anticipate this basically. Boom. So this is an indication in the daily perspective, and then I'm looking for a correction and then a continuation. You see what I mean? So likely price might go all the way to 19,000. So be prepared for NASDAQ 100 doing that. But yeah, now with that being said, guys, also I did notice that price gave a doji right here. Now a doji just signifies a very strong resistance or support zone, right? So what I did was literally say, okay, you know what? Maybe price might not actually come all the way down here. Maybe price wants to actually reverse from this area, because guys, I've seen price do this a lot, especially with NASDAQ 100. Again, guys, this comes with experience, right? So I literally marked this zone like this. So I anticipated that price might either come here as the correction and then continue like this. You feel me? Or price might come here and then continue like this. This was literally what I was predicting right here, right? So basically what happened is price now retraced down, and as you can see, guys, it's looking to continue buy back up. Right now, in terms of the entry and the whole markup, so once you have done this in the daily time frame, notice how on the daily time frame, guys, I don't have anything much going on here. You feel me? Like I don't have anything much. It's literally just 2 lines. That's how simple the ICC concept is. You feel me? And how simple it is to analyze your charts. So literally, guys, this is what I'm waiting for. The 1 hour time frame now. Now that we know the grand scheme of things in the daily time frame, the 1 hour time frame is just to track where we are going, right? So if you notice, guys, like I told you guys, the ICC concept mainly stays in the 1 hour time frame, but because we're using the daily time frame now as an extra, ammo, then now we understand that, okay, there's a high chance that price will come all the way here and then reverse, which it did, as you can see. So basically what I was looking at right here was price. When price created this low, as you can see, right, it retraced and then created this low. What do we expect? We expect price to come here and then continue selling as per a downtrend. But guess what? It broke the previous high. Immediately it broke that previous high, guys. That is your indication, right? So basically, guys, your indication is this right here. Your indication is literally from this area right here. This is literally your indication. This candle, these two candles right here, this is your indication. And then, you know, as price created this low, it's part of it too. So when price came and now retested it, that was like your indication. So like I told you guys, it's going down, a reversal happens, it has to break the previous high. Once it breaks it, we wait for a retracement to that previous high, and then wait for price to go above it, stop loss below, and then price will now continue doing what it has to do. So in this case here, it literally did the same thing. It broke past that previous high, retraced back down, gave you an entry. Now this entry here is called the false Harami breakout, right? So again, guys, you have to understand what price action signal. This is why I have this 4 cornerstones of this strategy, right? Because all this strategy is going to help you to become profitable and take the right trades, right? So with that being said, guys, price came, entered here, we would have placed an entry here, and then price would have continued buying back up. So now my entry that I broke down was basically like this. So how I looked at this was in the 1 hour time frame. When price now did this, I just marked this zone right here. Boom. Right? Obviously I color code it because it's, you know, I'm in the 1 hour time frame. Right? I marked this zone here because again price broke a previous high. It came back down here again, reversed up. Guess what I did? I now marked this zone again. Now when it comes to marking your zones, right, you're basically, like I told you guys, you're marking, you know, the highs, you know, when it comes to an uptrend. So in the sense that you're marking these highs, boom, these highs right here, these highs right here, right? And they just elongate it, same thing, these highs, right? But guys, when it comes to you marking these highs, you have to still look to your left and say, okay, you know what? Has price actually respected these highs? If you notice, guys, it actually respected it, literally respected it right there, right? So what I will do here in this case is literally now adjust to fit this, because this is literally history, right? So we cannot ignore the past history. So what we do now is, guys, we literally mark our zone now to fit perfectly where we will want price to be. So in this case here, we'll probably mark our zone like this, something like this, right? Just to fit that structure. You feel me? Same thing with here too. Like you can actually put it here too. So as you can see, it actually respected the zone here. So even here too, you can actually do it like this. So this is just to show you the significance of that zone that you're marking up, especially when it has history, right? So now, when I actually had this markup, right, this was literally how my chart was looking, like this. Boom. And then also, if you notice again, guys, if you notice, right, price also like respected this particular low here. So in terms of my TP and stuff like that, I looked at it this way. So because price was already selling, so I already marked a low here. So this was the low I marked. Boom. Now I wish I did have the premium version. I would have easily explained this for you. But basically, guys, like when price was already selling, I had this markup like this. So if I deleted this and deleted this, before this happened, any of this happened, this is how my chart was looking, like this. So when it sold there, this is how my chart was looking. So already I was anticipating that price will likely go from here, reverse here, and then try to sell from here. So this was already my predetermined, you know, entry or my prediction, essentially, right? So basically what happened here was when price now came all the way here, I now waited for an entry. So now the entry is now where I go to the 5 or the 1 minute time frame to look for my entry. Right, like I told you guys, you know, when it comes to looking for entries, right, it's literally the same thing. So if you're going to look for your entry using the 1 minute or the 5 minute time frame, you have to still look for the ICC concept play out. So in this case here, what basically happened here, right, was that price during the New York session, right? Again, guys, this strategy works during the New York session. So I only trade the New York session, right? So what happened here was price was buying up, as you can see, boom. buying up. And then all of a sudden from here, it now broke past the previous high and then retraced back down and then now closed below again. Immediately it closed below this high, to place your entry. Boom. Entry right there. Right? Stop loss is now very important because now you can either put your stop loss above this high here, or you could put your stop loss above this particular high that broke, that completed the ICC concept, entry. So in this case, I actually put my stop loss literally right there. And as you can see, I had a really smooth ride all the way to the downside right here for like a 4 or 5, something like that, right? So this is basically how you enter your trade. Now, if you notice, guys, this is almost like an ICC concept within an ICC concept, right? In the sense of, before price did all this stuff, I already had the notion that price was likely going to do something like this. Boom, boom, and then sell back down or something like that, right? Which it did. This is basically the ICC concept. But when price now did this, was now below this, you have to now go inside the smaller time frame and then look for that same concept for you to enter your trade. Do you feel me? So it's almost like, how would I put this? It's almost like literally like the movie Inception, right? So if you know about the movie Inception, right? Movie Inception just basically is like a guy goes into a dream, and then within that dream, he's now dreaming. And then within that dream that he's dreaming, he's now still dreaming. And then the mission was basically to go out of the whole dream and then go into reality, right? So that's basically how this ICC concept thing work. In the sense of, again, let me explain, right? Price came here in the 1 hour time frame, gave you an entry, so it was selling like this. Then price came, broke past the previous high. In this case, it did broke past this previous high here, and then retraced, which it did here. It retraced with these 2 white candles, and then before it now bought up, right? Before it bought up, if you had entered inside the 1 minute or the 5 minute time frame, you would have seen an entry right here with the same concept. So imagine this concept here, right? Imagine this concept now plays out within the 1 hour time frame, within, like, inside the candle. So imagine the same concept and doing the same thing again, but inside the 1 minute time frame, right? So in this case here, right, when price retraced up, right, gave you the indication here, and then corrected itself again, and then now retraced back down here. This was a retracement, but inside this retracement, you would still find the ICC concept play out. Same thing goes even here too. You will still find the ICC concept play out. Let me show you another example again. This is another trade. So in this case here, actually with NASDAQ 100, right, how you would have entered is based on that, or you would have just waited for the 1 hour time frame to give you an entry. So in this case here, if you were to enter here, you would have entered based off of, price giving you this false harami breakout. In this case here, you would have actually not entered this trade here because this was like basically a, counter trend. So you'd have entered based on this right here, price giving you this shooting star, or price giving you this evening star here, and then stop loss either below here, and then you ride this wave. You feel me? So that's basically what the confluence is here. So another way you can do confluences is, let's say, again, this is JPY, and then on the daily time frame, price is literally doing the same thing, right? Price came, gave you a retracement, right? Gave you an indication, right? Indication, and then it's about to correct itself, right? But while it's giving you that indication, within this indication, guys, in the daily time frame, there's also, indication, correction, continuation, right? So as you can see from here, guys, literally from here, you can literally see indication, correction, continuation, right? Indication, correction, continuation. So literally it plays out while the daily was still giving you an indication, in the 1 hour time frame, it will still give you indication, correction, continuation, indication, correction, continuation. Now this particular entry, guys, when price now finally gave you an indication right here, right? When it gave you an indication right here, okay, price is going to go high. This was the indication, right? Again, guys, only trade in the New York session, right? So let me open the New York session right now. Boom. When price gave you an indication and then it now retraced around or close to the New York session around 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., right? Yeah, 7 a.m. Price gave you a shooting star in the zone, right? That's already retested and now give you a shooting star. So this already is my entry as a Confluence versus you waiting for or zooming into the 1 minute time frame to then now place your entry. So there are different ways you can enter this particular trade. So with this particular trade, guys, if you had placed your stop loss literally below the candlestick, then as you can see, you would have gotten pulled out. That is why it's very important for you to understand your stop loss placement, right? So now my stop loss was literally right here. Now when it comes to you turning 2% to 8%, this is exactly how you do it. Literally, guys, you place your entry right there. Stop loss or your TP is at the end of the indication, at the end of this indication right there. Now how you actually turn these 2% to 8% is very simple. All you have to do is place your entry or your second entry below your original entry. So literally below right here. So as you can see, this is literally now an 8 risk to reward. So you see how a 2 risk to reward turned into an 8. I mean, if I ask you a question, okay, can you hold a 2 risk to reward, trade? You probably say yes. But if I ask you, okay, can you actually hold a 3 risk to reward trade? Now you'll be like, okay, I don't know about that, right? That is where the risk threshold comes in place. That is why, guys, you have to know the minimum you can win and the maximum you want to win. So in this case here, your risk threshold can be something like this. I'll be like, okay, if price comes in this area, then I'll pull out. So what that basically means is your minimum is you can win a 4 risk to reward ratio. And then of course that's with your second entry, and with your first entry you'll probably win a 0.75 risk to reward. But if your your risk ratio was actually pretty high, then it's all about you, how your risk tolerance is. That is why I actually have this risk threshold, because a lot of people cannot hold. Even me too, I do have sometimes, but at the end of the day, guys, it's all about you understanding yourself and how much you can hold. So your risk threshold could be small or big depending on how you are. But it's basically how you can turn 2% to 8%. Now with that being said, guys, once you can add these three together, the mindset, the strategy, and the risk management, guys, you can literally get results like this. As you can see, guys, like I told you, literally I made 1,500. If you look at the dates, right, notice this: June 15th, I made 1,300. Literally 5 days after that, I made 1,500. And this was from a prop firm, as you can see, guys, literally from the same client, right? Kazmi, same prop firm, as you can see, right? And the reason I was able to do this was because I actually qualified for a VIP, trader, whatever it was. And basically that VIP, you could, withdraw anytime, as many times as you want, as long as you're in profit, right? So that's basically what happened here. And as you can see, guys, I was basically making a boatload of money, right? Like $1,000 here, $300 here, 470 here, 500 here, 584 here. And guys, if you think it's fake, I can literally refresh the page, and literally, guys, it will literally load up, right? Deal. That was the app I was using at that time, right? Boom. As you can see, literally, guys, same shit, paid 1,500 and stuff like that. But guys, like I said, if you can get these three in check, you can literally get results like this. And guys, when I say you can literally become profitable, guys, you can literally become profitable in 3 months. And when I say profitable, guys, it just basically means you need to pass your phase 1 and your phase 2 and get a live account following your plan to the T. That is what profitable means, right? Now imagine the possibilities where you actually funded 5,000, right, and you only make 3%. That is $150, bro, every 2 weeks. Or imagine you're funded 10,000 and you're making 6%, which is relatively easy, right? Using this strategy right here, you can relatively get 6% easily. You know what I mean? Imagine you're funded 50,000, guys. This is literally 6%, 3 bands, bro. You feel me? Now, obviously, guys, the prop firm is what separates you from the money. And in order for you to get the money, you have to pass your phase one and your phase two. That is what I'm going to teach you. Right now, guys, with that being said, you have two options. You could either option one, do all this by yourself, go through the trial and tribulation of understanding how to fix your mindset, understanding how to use this strategy, learning how to mark up your charts and things like that. You could even go on my YouTube channel and watch videos on, ICC concepts on my playlist, or go to the person's, the creator's YouTube channel and then learn from him too. You can do all that, go through that whole process, and it might take you 6 months or maybe even 2 years, bro, even 3 years like me, right? And you probably blow through freaking 20 or 15 different funded accounts just to become profitable, wasting tons of, money just blowing on prop firms and things like that. Or you could choose option two and learn from someone that has already gone through the whole trials and tribulations, right? And has created a blueprint for you to succeed and teach you how to learn the ICC concepts, become profitable, and fix your mindset in less than 3 months or 3 months, whichever one comes first, right? That is why, guys, literally, I'm opening a mentorship for only $150, guys. Literally, guys, for $150, you get to work with me for 3 months one-on-one, right? That is basically $50 a month, right? And guys, what you actually get with this is so valuable that I should be charging this for 1,500. But because this is my first time actually doing this online, right? I'm going to be giving you guys a huge discount. So literally, guys, $150, man. That's $50 a month, right? And what you get, guys, is 3 days live trading sessions, right? So literally every week out of the 5 trading days, we have 3 days live trading session during the New York session, right? That goes for about $1,000. And also, guys, you get 2-hour one-on-one live coaching session with me on a monthly basis. So for the next 3 months, guys, you have a chance to speak with me for 2 hours straight. So imagine, guys, 6 hours of just non-stop sauce just being dropped, non-stop gems just being given to you. There is no way you cannot fail. There's no way you cannot win. You feel me, right? And not just that, you also get live trade callouts. So while we are doing the live trading session, we are also trading at the same time. So basically, while you are learning, you are still earning money on the side. You feel me? And not just that too, guys, you get to have workbooks, assignments, and also quizzes, right? So at the end of the day, guys, as a teacher, if you're going to teach something, you have to make sure that the students actually understand. That is why, guys, you're going to get workbooks, assignments, and quizzes to make sure you actually understand this, right? So that you can actually become a free agent and trade by yourselves and become profitable, right? And guys, at the end of those 3 months, guys, I am literally going to help you pass your first funded challenge in 3 months, like I said, right? And guys, if you think this offer is not even good, guys, I actually have a guarantee for you. And that guarantee is this, guys. If you don't become profitable in 3 months, guys, and when I say profitable, guys, I mean you being able to pass your phase one and phase two and get a live account, guys. If you don't become profitable in 3 months, guys, I am literally going to give you back a full refund. So 80% of your refund, right? So basically what that means is, guys, if you decide to pay in full today for $150, guys, and you don't become profitable in 3 months, I'm literally going to give you back 80% of your money. So $120. But if you do decide to pick the monthly subscription and pay monthly subscription, then you get to have the last month as a refund. And like I said, guys, I'm only looking for 10 people, only 10 serious people, because at the end of the day, guys, I'm actually spending time to teach you guys how to become profitable, guys. Like I said, you're literally having 2 hours of my time. That's already 20 hours for 10 people. So obviously I can't stretch myself thin, right? At the end of the day, guys, like, this is literally like a $40 investment that can go to $400. And what I mean by this is, guys, I remember when I actually bought a guy's coaching program for like $40, and this was like a 2-hour coaching session, honestly. And now, guys, he's literally charging right now $400 for that same 2 hours. So basically, guys, my stock price is low. You know what I mean? So if you're serious about actually wanting to change your life and learn how to actually trade, then tap into my mentorship, because right now it's low. Not after 3 months when I increase it, you now complain. No, right? So if you have the chance, guys, tap in for the first 10 people, right? That's the only people that I can take on right now. Let's get you profitable. All right, guys, once you tap in, all you have to do is just shoot me a DM on Instagram, right? So once you do tap in and invest yourself, shoot me a DM on Instagram at ConfidoPlaceFX, write your name and your email, and then we can actually begin. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you gained a lot from this, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.